Meta perk changes. We're shaking up the meta. Quite not going to survive UC the aura. The perk's incredibly popular now because it's particularly powerful, but because of the huge amount of blood points it provides. We do not want blood points to be the driving factor behind perk choices. Man, this is actually going to ruin a lot of things for killers. I know a lot of killer mains whose main goal is to just get 4 hooks of barbecue. That's like a big W for them. So them removing that W, them removing that victory for people is, again, just a piss poor decision. Hex Ruin is not having to stop and kick the gens to passively regress them from a distance, aka hard camp. A unique slowdown perk, reducing the regression speed from 50, 75 to 100 from 200 to 150 to 100. That's a big nerf. This perk will now remove 20% of the gen's current progress. But it'd be strong against gens nearly done, but weaker against those with a small amount of progress. Then what's the point? This perk makes the beginning of the match more manageable, forcing survivors to extend deeper into the map before repairing a gen. Moving forward, the perk will deactivate once the survivor enters the dying state. There's nothing wrong with corrupt intervention as it is. I don't see the point in that change at all. That is a horrific change. This perk is not overpowered at all. Tinkerer is a popular choice of the information it provides. Being able to prevent a generator from being powered is a game changer. Tinkerer can now only activate once per generator, with the base changes increased to 90. Gives our extra time to approach. Again, I don't see the point in either of these changes. Anyway, Noed, the perk makes a very effective combat tool, though it falls out of favor in high-skill games. We like the way Noed encourages survivors to preemptively cleanse totems. We are not looking to weaken its direct strength. Instead, survivors will now see the Hex Totem's aura within 4 meters upon activation. This range will increase to 24 meters over the course of 30 seconds. We'll keep Noed a strong choice for endgame builds while encouraging survivors to find the totem. They've nerfed Noed? It's a fucking totem. You're not trying to find a fucking pot of gold underneath a rainbow. You can find totems. Why does it need an aura? Pain Resonance. Most recent addition to the meta. Pain Resonance allows a killer to remove a sizable chunk of the most progress generated simply by hooking a survivor. A loud noise notification. Alright, shut the fuck up. With that in mind, we are removing the loud noise notification. Instead of exploding, the affected generator will now spark upon losing progression. The survivors will no longer scream. We believe this will ensure Pain Resonance remains a strong regression perk while limiting its information aspect. I guess anything that stops shitty builds like this is definitely a good change. I can't believe the barbecue changes are coming through. I think that's such a shame for people who are just trying to enjoy the game and have fun with it. I think that's horrible for killer mains. Such a shame. Dead Hard. Dead Hard is by far the most used perk by survivors. Of course it fucking is. It acts like a third hell state. No, behavior. It's supposed to act like a third hell state, but unfortunately, due to you having third world servers and only 8 of them in the entire world for the player base of 30 million, that it does fuck all. Dead Hard will now provide endurance effect for 1 second when activated. If you time it right, you will prevent the hit and gain a movement speed boost. This will remove dead harding for distance and make it solely used to dodge hits. D-Strike. We expect Decides to try to drop in usage slightly. For the most part, we find the perk to be healthy for the game and easily avoidable for killers, no shit, who choose not to tunnel and unhook survivors. Yeah, so scumbags only see D-Strike. Moving forward, D-Strike will now deactivate once the exit gates are DVD, it's so casual for killers now. It couldn't be any more casual. No mention of stacking 4 slowdown perks. No, you're fine. Just keep stacking them. Borrowed time. How much did you fuck this one up? Borrowed time now extends the duration of endurance by 10 seconds and increases the movement speed duration by 10 seconds for any survivor you unhook. Wait, considering a lighter version of borrowed time's effect has been added to the survivor's base kit. Has it? What's been added to the base effect? 5 seconds of BT is built in now. 5 seconds endurance effect after being unhooked. And then you get a 5-second speed increase. So the killer just waits for 5 seconds and then downs you for free. Iron Will. This perk allows skilled players to mind game more effectively in many areas by silencing grunts of pain. To address its high usage rates, we are lowering the grunts of pain to 75%. Additionally, Iron Will is no longer active when exhausted. So Iron Will's gone. Self-care. Wait, what? Why self-care here? Is it going to get buffed? Self-care has a divisive reputation among the community. We were surprised to find out the usage peaks in the highest skill matches. The highest skill matches. It's quite clear you guys don't know what skill is. Having the consistent and reliable way to heal at will is a powerful tool. To reduce its strength. The nerfing self-care? Is this a joke? Who the fuck uses self-care? This must mean they're taking statistics from people who've installed the game like yesterday. These statistics must be from day one players. I played Claudette on day one and I used self-care. I told you the meta swing wasn't going to be smart. I told you it was going to be dumb. They weren't going to change it up or make perks exciting or make them different. They were just going to nerf shit and buff shit that nobody asked for. I knew this would happen. I was worried I was being like critical and cynical as fuck like I always am. But no, that's actually what's happening. Spine chill, oh shit. This perk excels at alerting survivors when a killer is approaching, correct. And in why do they keep saying high-skilled lobbies when they don't have a version of the game to prove what is and isn't a high-skill lobby? Why do they keep saying high-skill lobbies? Spine chill will now only activate if the killer has a clear line of sight to the survivor. Then what's the fucking point of it? Spine chill specific. If you can see the fucking killer, then you don't need spine chill. Spine chill will now only activate if the killer has a clear line of sight to the survivor. This will remove the acknowledged counterplay where the killer must look away to ensure a stealthy approach. So we're lowering the skill ceiling for killer, literally admitting to it in a paragraph. This will remove the awkward counterplay. That's how they don't know about high skill lobbies. Right there is how they do not know what high skill is. They described it as awkward counterplay. Next, we'll be adding a short 0.5 second lingering effect to Spine Chill. This will prevent the perk icon from flickering when the killer looks around and makes the action speed boost more consistent. We'll be removing the Volt Speed bonus entirely. Overcharge. Along with its current effects, Overcharge will cause a kit generated regression to grow from 100% to... What do we do? 30 seconds of 400%. Alright, behavior. Let me explain how this is going to go, because clearly you've never played your own game before. Killer kicks the generator. Killer stands by the generator for 10 seconds. Generator is now at 0. Thanks for playing, guys. Eruption. Eruption released with fairly safe numbers, but upon reflection, we're comfortable with increasing them. We have upped the generator regression penalty to 10%, and the duration of the incapacitate effect to 25%. The gen goes down by 10% and you can't touch it for 25 seconds. Knockout. Those of you who like to leave survivors on the ground, you're going to encourage it. A little more peace of mind. You know how you slug people and you ruin the game for them, it becomes really boring and it's killing DBD? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make it better for you to slug people. Knockout will cause dying survivors to crawl 50% slower for 15 seconds and reduce their recovery speed. Why does it fucking matter if you don't know where the knocked out survivor is, behavior? You can't fucking see them. What does it matter if they can heal slower? Fucking hell. Coulrophobia, to make healing in the killer's territory is even more unappealing. To lower the skill rating even more, Coulrophobia will now increase the speed of skill checks by 50%. Incredible, good work. This perk is great for confusing and sneaking up on survivors, but the basic effect requirement makes it unappealing for the certain killers. Dark Devotion will now activate whenever the opposition loses a health state. Great. Jolt after the killer regress to generators simply by downing survivor. To make it more consistent, we've removed the cooldown. I feel like literally loading into the game. Generators regress. Go for a drink of water, generators regress. Go for a shit mid-game, generators regress. I really honestly thought this mid-patch, after Ots and everyone did their experiment to show that you don't need perks, you can AFK for 30 seconds and still 4K almost every game on every single killer. I really thought behavior going to be like, you know what? Let's make killer difficult. I can't believe they're making it even easier. I don't get it. Lethal Pursuer, so you like ore reading? Fuck off. On top of the existing effect, Lethal Pursuer will now extend the duration of all ore reading effects by 2 seconds. That's fine. This perk also shit with safer numbers. So we'll be increasing the action speed penalty to 16%. Thanatophobia, we're increasing the action speed for a maximum of 22%. Monstrous Shrine. Additionally, Scourge hooks will now grant 20% faster entity progression. Calm Spirit. In addition to Calm Spirit's current effects, you can now open chest and cleanse Blessed Totems silently, albeit at 40% reduced speed. Okay, so when people don't use Calm Spirit, no one's ever going to use Calm Spirit. After months of studying, saboteurs can now identify Scourge hooks. Their auras are shown in yellow when a survivor is being carried. Doesn't matter, no one used Sabo, they never will. Botany Knowledge increases healing speed. Up to 50% healing speed increased. That's a solid buff. Will that counter out the reduction to self-care? Off the record, upon being unhooked, gain the endurance status effect for 80 seconds? Any game progression action will cancel it. So that kind of makes it you're guaranteed to escape if someone unhooks you. They don't need BT. The only way of getting a survivor who had D-Strike at the end game when you've already fucked up as a killer. So no one uses BT now, they use off the record. Off the record is basically end game D-Strike, yeah. I feel like that reduces gameplay for killer as well. Yeah, I think that's hard screwing killer. That just makes the D-Strike change pointless. That's not very smart at all. Lucky Break. This perk is great for escaping a chase. I know it knows what it does. But the effect quickly runs out. We're giving survivors a way to recharge Lucky Break. Each second spent healing another survivor increases Lucky Break duration by 1%. I don't even know what Lucky Break does, I'll be honest. Pharmacy. Used to guarantee you an emergency med kit the first time you search your chest. Now Pharmacy will activate whenever you're injured, guaranteeing an emergency med kit when you search your chest. That can happen multiple times in one trial. I wonder if you can use that with the rummage perk. Always get yourself. What's the fucking point? Just use self-care. What's the point? The time you're going to spend searching a generator, searching for a box. Once you find the box, you don't have to open the box. Once you open the box, you have to pick up the medkit. Then you pick up the medkit and start healing. What's the point? Soul Survivor. In addition to hiding your aura, Soul Survivor will now increase your generator repair speed by Oh, and you're the last survivor standing, 75%. Do you know what they've taken that from? They've taken that from Prop Hunt. I guess it's so you don't have to go for the hatch. You can not look for the hatch. You don't look for the hatch. The killer goes looking for the hatch and you get 75% on a generator. Flat. Once you pop one generator... is there something I'm not getting here? Am I missing something with that? You pop the last gen, and then you can go to an exegate, and they kill it. No, it doesn't make any sense. Distortion. For those who like to stay hidden, we've added a way to regain distortion. Gain 1 token for every 30 seconds spent in the killer's turn radius. It's a solid change, but I don't think anyone good uses that perk. Lightweight. In addition to lightweight's existing effects, your scratch marks will be more sporadic, making you harder to track. Scratch marks will also fade 5 seconds sooner. Think anyone will use that? No One Left Behind. Beyond its current effects, No One Left Behind will grant a 7% movement speed bonus to any survivors you unhook. Additionally, the perk now activates when the gates are powered rather than opened. Dark Sense. We've changed the way Dark Sense works. When the generator is powered, Dark Sense activates the next time the killer comes within 24 meters of you. Their aura is revealed for 10 seconds. Tenacity. In addition to her current effects, Tenacity now reduces your grunts of pain by 75% in the dying state. The perk will now be much more effective in crawling away from the killer. Hope. Hope is great for those who like to make late game saves for the limited duration. Since the perk is only useful at the end of the match, we've removed the duration entirely. Oh, the poor hag. Adrenaline and Hope. Sprint Burst, Adrenaline and Hope. Overzealous. On your current state, cleansing a totem grants you a repair speed bonus. Now that bonus doubles if you cleanse a hex totem. We can live forever. Oh no, they're not removing the points. Please tell me that's not happening. This perk features a massive blood point bonus. We do not want blood points to dictate which perks are used. So we've removed the bonus blood points. This change will release at the same time as the progression overhaul, which is expected to cut the grind by 75%, with matchmaking incentives providing an additional. So what does it do then as a perk? A new meta will surely rise. I think they're completely wrong. I don't think a meta will arise. I still believe it's going to be Scourge, hooks, and jolt and everything. I don't think anything's going to change. Yeah, the meta won't change at all. They're mad if they think that's going to change. I knew they weren't going to rework perks. I knew they were just going to change the statistics a tiny bit. I think we all kind of knew that was going to happen.